Hi everyone, and welcome to this new moon in Virgo tarot reading for the collective. I hope you're doing good, and if you're not, I hope that you will. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. So today we're going to do a general reading with tarot and oracle cards to look at the energy of the Virgo new moon of Thursday, September 17th. So I'm going to be using different decks that I will show at the end, and we're going to ask multiple questions to kind of get messages from this new moon and see what you should be manifesting and, how you should be directing your life a little bit. We're going to get a bit more insight on that. I do want to mention that I will eventually figure out a setup to be able to film myself, so the videos will be a bit more interactive and therefore a bit more fun for both you and me. So if you like this video, definitely subscribe to my channel and stick around for that. I'm going to be posting more videos with time, and eventually we're going to have a filming situation. So I do offer personal readings if you're interested of astrology and tarot, so you can contact me via email for a booking, or if you have any questions at sakura.astrology@gmail.com, or you can also follow me on my Instagram at sakura.astrology, where I explain all the different readings that I have available and where you can talk with me, and I also post fun updates on what's going on astrologically with the world and everything. So definitely check it out. I do want to say that this is a general reading, so if there's some things that you feel don't really apply to your situation, there's really no point in forcing it out. If you felt drawn to this video, if you saw this video, if you clicked on this video, it definitely means that there's something for you here, there's a message for you, but it might not be like the whole reading. So just take what resonates and leave the rest, all right? So I'm going to be shuffling the cards now and coming back to you when I have the cards laid out, and then we can get into it. Alright everyone, so hello, I got your cards laid out as you can see. So this is really exciting. I can already see some themes here and some things that connect with each other. So let's get into it a bit more. We're gonna start with, if you hear this noise, it's just the table I'm on, sorry guys. We're gonna start with your tarot. So we have, on the left we have the Magician reversed, in the middle we have the World, and on the right we have the Emperor. So I'm going to start with the Magician reversed. This is the card representing what is rising up with this new moon. So with this Magician reversed, I feel like some of you guys are stuck in a situation where you feel like you don't have room to move anymore, or room to change anymore, or you don't have room to be creative, because the Magician is about creativity. It's about letting your inner child, not as in your wounded inner child like when we're talking about shadow work, but your inner like childlike spirit kind of have fun. You might also feel that because the Magician is about manifestation, and feeling, knowing that you have all the tools that you need. But the fact that it's in reverse here, I feel like you guys, you feel the opposite. You feel you don't have enough, you don't have everything, or you don't have everything that you wish you had, or you just kind of, I feel like some of you feel like you have just like the bare minimum of like what you need and what could make you happy. And the thing is and I feel like you're starting to be unhappy with that actually, and want more. I'm definitely feeling that you're in a situation right now where you feel like it's lost its magic, or you can't make the magic happen within this situation, because it's not a place where that's possible, either because of like the context, or the place itself, or the other people that you're around in that place, or that, you know, you're working with, if this is your work, you know, on the card, there's an infinite symbol above the head of the person. And yeah, you're not feeling there's an infinite possibilities. Actually, quite the opposite. You're feeling constrained and restricted, like you had to fit within a mold and just kind of repress your individuality. And, you know, you're starting to feel suffocated, like this ain't it. All right. I feel like if this has been something you've been ignoring, this is kind of really coming up more during the new moon. So you might feel like frustrated all of a sudden. You might kind of snap, actually. You might kind of like lash out. Yeah. You might have, or you might just have like this, you know, it might not necessarily be external and or violent and negative, but you just might have a certain like click, a certain moment in your mind, you know, conversation with yourself where you just look at yourself honestly and you're like, this isn't who I want to be right now. Like, I don't like where I'm at right now in my life in general and in my self-growth journey. Or maybe you feel like you've outgrown who you pretend to be and you're not embodying who you truly feel like you are inside. So with the World card in the middle, this is about what is the main message of this new moon. The main message of this new moon is really for you to like expand your horizons. You know, to not just be always looking within this like tiny box that you've made out yourself in your own imagination. Because I feel like the reason some of you guys are stuck or feeling stuck is because you made yourself believe that that was all that there was for you. You made yourself believe that that was all the possibilities that you had, when that's not true. Like there's no possibilities that are gonna have your name written on it. Okay, it's so much about, do you have the guts to decide that it's for you and to take up the challenge and go for it? And so much more about that than about, oh, is it meant for me, yes or no? Because, you know, it's not bad to ask yourself that, and definitely use your intuition when you're, you know, when you have new opportunities being offered to you. But yeah, I'm just feeling like this is really about you, like you going for it, and you like. And the thing is, through this process, you're more in control than you think. So you might want to travel also. Always respect the COVID-19 restrictions, of course. But, you know, there's some kind of traveling that is possible right now, or you could be planning for an upcoming travel later on in your life, or during the year or next year or whatever, like that. Something like that. Yeah, and also just moving around. Like perhaps you've always been in the same city, or you always look for things that are super close to you, or you're always, you know, spending your time with the same people, the same friends, always frequenting the same places, even like in person and even online. And so actually diving into new stuff and meeting new people and like being open to new places, that's going to help you too, because that's the reason you feel stuck, because you're always doing the same thing, always putting yourself in the same energies. Like it's not just about like renewing the energies of the places you're already in. It's also finding new things and then integrating that into who you are and the places that you associate with yourself, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And the more things you kind of explore, the more you're going to be able, you know, because when you try out new things, and then after that you kind of reflect and you're like, okay, how did I feel about this? You know, what were the pros, what were the cons? What did I like about this experience? What did I not like? The more you experience new things like this and like go, you know, without being scared of change and just go for it, the more you're going to be able to discern what you actually want and who you actually are, and really integrate that more fully. So you feeling right now like you feel stuck and that's not who you want to be and everything, but you have to get yourself out there and try out new things, and then integrate those new things into who you are. Now, I don't know why I'm so excited about this card, but let's talk about the Emperor. This is for the outcome of this new moon. So this is mostly, I mean, time is always kind of vague, especially with something more spiritual like tarot, but this is more within the next 6 months, because it's kind of a whole cycle, because in 6 months we're going to be having the full moon in Virgo. So that is during Pisces season. So that's during, I don't know the exact date, I didn't look it up. But that's during Pisces season, so next March. And so with this Emperor here, like as soon as they pulled it out, like when I was shuffling the cards, I don't know, I've been feeling super excited about this card. I feel like some of you guys are starting businesses, that's for sure. Some of you guys are just kind of like you're going for it with this World card, and you're really taking on a new path that's like really foreign to you, and just really new and really brave, and really like it's really about you. You're not just like always going within the same systems that everyone knows and that you've always been in. Like you're really going for a big change. But I see that within 6 months, like this is really gonna pay off, because you're gonna be the Emperor. Like you're gonna be able to you're gonna have authority and notoriety and be recognized by the people around you, and just like you're gonna be able to sit on your throne basically. So that's super exciting, you guys. Now, of course, if you are in a position where you have authority, like be careful not to abuse that authority. But I'm mostly seeing, because that can happen with the Emperor, but I'm mostly seeing positive things in this card. I'm mostly seeing there's like heads of I don't know what they are, rams, an animal on the throne in the stone on the card here. And so I'm really seeing here, this is about determination, this is about hard work. So you're being able to be in a place like the Emperor because you've worked hard, because you've had determination, because you've had vision, and you believed in yourself all the way through to that point. And that is so important, you guys, because this is true for everything in life. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that you can do it, you're not going to be able to do it. But if you do believe in yourself and you do think that it's possible and that you can achieve it, you will be able to. It might not happen the way you think it will or the way you want it to. It might not happen as quickly as you wish, or it might happen quicker than you think. But you'll find a way if it is meant for you, and if you believe in yourself and you're aligned with your own energy and your own higher self, okay? So, but some of you, not everyone obviously is starting their own business, but some of you are also just taking new paths, as I said, and just like being in a higher up position than you used to. And that might not even be something that you're like wishing for when you're making certain changes, but that's where you're gonna end up. But I do see you enjoying this, but that might not be even your goal, but that's what's gonna happen here. If you keep working towards it. Or you might be in you might be in a leadership position and you never have before, or never like this. But I feel like this is going to be really rewarding. And as I said, people are going to recognize you for how qualified you are. And I'm also sensing a sense of wisdom here. Since, this Emperor figure is a bit older, a bit more mature. So people are also going to recognize you for that. Like, they like how you're stable, how you're mature, how you're someone who can be counted on. That's the thing. All right. So, and then I asked let's get into your oracle cards. So the first one on the left above the Magician card is new moon in Aries, and it says it is time to take action. So this card came out really quickly, you guys, just like the Emperor card. I shuffled it right after, and I mean, it's typical of an Aries card to come out quickly. And oh my god, I already talked about the rams. Yeah, I didn't even realize. Well, there's a face of a ram here, so obviously. Yeah, so if some of you... Okay, wait, I'm getting so many messages and I'm trying not to be super messy and scattered about it, but I want to say everything. So, we are in a can I talk? Okay. We are in a Mars retrograde right now in the sign of Aries. So I have made another video about it, a pick a pal video, so check it out. I'm also offering a private reading, a combination of tarot and astrology on my account about Mars retrograde, so check it out if that's something that's interesting for you. We are in a Mars retrograde right now in the sign of Aries, so especially if you have any planets in Aries, that's really being activated right now. So yeah, and if you don't, this might be a sign that there's someone, an Aries person, you know, and Aries might not be their sun sign. It might be a different, you know, they might have it somewhere else in their chart, or they have a really strong Mars, or it's just someone with like Aries like qualities. Look that up if you know, I encourage you to look into it a bit more, like what are Aries like qualities if that resonates with you and you're interested. Most especially a man, since we have the Emperor and Aries is a more masculine sign traditionally. You might have this Aries Martian masculine figure coming into your life, or maybe you already know this person, but it's gonna be someone who will help you on this path for you to become this Emperor and the next step that you're going to be taking in your life with the World card to get out of this Magician reversed energy. Okay, does that make sense? Good. So I love how I act like I can hear you guys answering me. So yeah, so there might be like a specific person, a special person who's going to help you out, because even if you're taking on a new path that's really individual to you, either like starting a new business, or you're really trying to like improve yourself and you have certain goals for yourself, or you're just doing something new for yourself, it doesn't, you know, really individually, it doesn't mean that you have to go through it alone, that you have to go at it alone. Like you can have guides, you can have people helping you along the way. So, and this specific figure is definitely someone you should be on the lookout for. So also, it's time to take action. This is what your card tells you, and as I said, it came out super quickly. So like, if you've been unsure of this, should I do something? Should I change this or that? Should I just go for something new? Yes, absolutely. This is your confirmation from Spirit, okay? And if you've clicked on this video and you're listening to what I'm saying right now, well, it's a sign this message was meant to find you, okay? And this is really for you. So, yeah, it's time to take action. Like, oh my god, I feel this so, like, urgently. Like, I don't even know what else to say. It's literally crystal clear. So, yeah. There's something about the color red here. I don't know what it is. Maybe you know what it means for you. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe dressing in red. If you dress with the color red, just kind of observe how it makes you feel. Or I don't know what this message is supposed to be, but I guess if this is for you, you're gonna recognize it, I guess. But yeah. So you just go for it. This is what I'm telling you basically with this reading. I'm trying to see if I'm getting other messages from this card in particular. Yeah, again, the round face, so determination and hard work. And passion, that's so important. If you're not passionate about this new path you're taking, no matter how much hard work you put in, there's not going to be any magic. There's not going to be the spark that makes this all possible and that makes this unlock for you. Like, the universe won't be able to work with you on this if you're not passionate about it, okay? So make sure you really think through what you want to take on, because how you feel about it is going to affect the end result no matter what. Okay, let's get onto the other card. We have, so this is when I asked what form of self-care should you be putting, what was the question? What form of self-care should you be investing more into? Right. That's what I asked to get this card, because, well, this is the new moon in Virgo, so it is fitting that we talk about self-care. And also, you know, I just love working with this deck, and we can always take care of ourselves a little bit better. Am I right? So the card that we got is number 51, Sync with the Moon. Now, to me, the numbers on this card aren't really significant, but if for you, the number 51 or 6, because 5 plus 1 equals 6, if that number, you know, if that's something you feel like is important for you, well, as I said, take what resonates and leave the rest. So sync with the moon here, I'm getting, okay, this is especially if some of you are Cancer sun, moon, or rising. Cancer rising especially, it's so rewarding for you to connect with the moon. But even if you don't, truly for everyone, being kind of following the phases of the moon, and maybe even following where it is in your chart, how it's moving. For example, you know, if the moon is in, I don't know, Leo, or what house is that in your astrological birth chart? How does that affect you? You know, or just keeping up with the phases to kind of see how it makes you feel. Because, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Because for me, this is kind of natural, because I am a Cancer rising, and, you know, I love the moon. I connect with the moon so much. So, you know, this is something that I naturally wanted to do. I already do it. I've been doing it for a while now. And I really observe how certain areas of my life are being activated, and how where the moon is makes me feel specifically, you know, in general, in her face, and also in my own birth chart. And, you know, I love doing, you know, if you do tarot yourself, or if you have oracle cards, or if you have crystals, or if you do anything, any sort of spiritual rituals, even if you're like religious and you're like praying or something, you know, matching your rituals and things like that with the phases of the moon, it's really, really fun, and it really gives this much power to your manifestations, or to all the things that you want to do and want to bring into your life, and also let go of. So for example, you know, I want to do always new moon and full moon readings on here on YouTube for you guys, but even before I started doing this here, I was always doing it on myself since I started doing tarot. So, you know, if you don't want to keep up with all the astrological houses and all the phases, at least knowing when the new moon and the full moon are, you know, it's only 2 different dates during the month. It's really fun. It can be really rewarding. You can feel more connected, especially if you're, you know, you have a schedule that's really hectic, and you're kind of losing track of what days we are and when we are and what's going on. You know, syncing with the moon, it's gonna make you feel a bit more grounded. So the new moon is especially is a really great time for a manifestation, because the new moon is always about new beginnings. Which is why I asked with your other card, what should you be manifesting right now? And with the full moons are about, you know, it's always an energy of climax. So there are some things that come to a resolution that really come to light. And it's also a time when we typically are called to let go of certain things. So doing your ritual and being like, okay, what can I let go of? Using the full moon and certain rituals to become more conscious of what you should be letting go of and of how you can be letting that go. That can be really nurturing for you, really nourishing. So definitely look into that a bit more. And you don't have to be super spiritual, super into all these things to do that, okay? Like, it doesn't have to be complicated, is basically what I want to say. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of water before we get into your last card. So, with your last card, I wanted to know which spirit guide or animal spirit is guiding you through this new moon energy, through this new moon phase in Virgo on September 17th. So we got the Groundhog Spirit, number 31. Again, take the number if it sounds important to you. And then it says on the card, time to let go. So this card also came out really quickly. I hadn't even had time to say my whole question before it came out. So again, I don't even know if I have to say anything. This just completely ties up with everything that I've already said. It's time to let go of certain things to be able to make space for the new. Alright? I want to look in the little booklet and see what it says, to see if we have any additional insight that could be interesting. Okay, I'm going to read it aloud for you. Endings lead to beginnings, and death is a part of life. So Groundhog Spirit is here to let you know that it is time to accept the natural ending of something that is no longer serving you. We love to hold on to what is familiar, but the new needs space to arrive so growth can occur. When Groundhog Spirit appears, it is a sign there is something in your present situation that you need to let go of so that something new can be born, something that will far better serve you now. When the groundhog sees his shadow, he retreats to his den. So too might you yearn for a little more time to say goodbye and transition into the new. However, change is coming and it is good, so let go of your resistance. Spring brings many blessings, and what must die will always be reborn in a new form that will be right for you. Life requires change and detachment. Say farewell to whatever once served you and get ready for something amazing to take its place. Spirit is already sending it your way. So this is really exciting, you guys. Definitely let me know in the comments what this is about for you. If you know, if you feel like it, I would love to hear it. So yeah, as you heard, letting go of things to make space for the new is really important, because when we cling on to so many things, we don't have space to welcome in new blessings, okay? And I know changes can often be scary for some people more than others, or sometimes it depends what the change is about. But the thing is, again, I want to reiterate, you are the master of your own life, okay? So you can it doesn't have to happen all at once, okay? You can go at your own pace. You can even tell the universe, like, okay, universe, I got the message, I'm working towards that, towards changing my situation, but I need to stay X more time to finish this and that, or I need to do it at my own pace, or something like that. Just personalize it. But yeah, you can even tell the universe that to help you out. So if you're leaving a situation, or even if you're like leaving a part of yourself or a version of yourself to kind of embody more this new, truer version, more authentic version of yourself, you can take the time to kind of like grieve that and say goodbye and thank it before you get into something new, instead of just rushing things out, because that's not going to feel good, okay? All right, so so at the bottom of the deck, I don't know why I feel called to say this. So, because at first, I pulled the Groundhog Spirit, then I looked at the bottom of the deck, and it was, what did it say? It was Bear Spirit, and it said something like, take time out. So you might need to do that right now. And then I reshuffled because I felt like there was another message, but there wasn't. But at the top of the deck, we have the Grasshopper Spirit. It says, take a leap of faith. So, yeah, this may totally be a leap of faith. Like, you might not see at all where you're going, and this might be why it's so scary. But as I've already told you, if you trust, and if you go with it, if you go with your heart, and if you work hard, if you have a vision, you're gonna end up somewhere amazing. You're gonna be this amazing emperor or empress. So, alright, you guys, this is the reading I received today. I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did and how in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you liked it. I'm gonna have more readings coming soon. And you can also follow me on Instagram. That I'll put that in the description box below. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you another time. Bye bye.